Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be sharing Aaliyah's 5-month update. So Aaliyah turned 5 months on June 22nd. Miss Aaliyah here is definitely ready for a nap, so we're gonna try and get this done and over with. I don't know why I keep making these videos during when it's gonna be time for her to take a nap, because she gets agitated, but we're gonna try to get through this quickly. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I do like to talk. But getting right to it, Aaliyah has not gone to the doctor this month yet. She doesn't go back to the doctor until July 24th, I believe. She's around 15 pounds, give or take. I tried to go ahead and weigh myself, and then I added her. It's not the most accurate. I don't know her length. So Aaliyah can pretty much sit up by herself. She's doing it for longer periods of time. She still falls over sometimes, but she is sitting up by herself. Most of the time, she's enjoying tummy time a lot more than she was. Every time that I pull out the camera to record her during her tummy time, when she's scooting around, she always starts getting agitated and she starts crying, so that's not really portrayed in the video. And she is army crawling around to get to things that she wants, and she's pushing herself all the way up. She does the mimicking thing a lot now. She absolutely loves mimicking her sister, her older sister, Elena. But she mimics her every time she cries, and her and Elena, Aaliyah and Elena will just be in each other's face, and Elena will start screaming, and then she'll scream the same way Aaliyah's screaming, Elena's screaming. These two names, Aaliyah and Elena, it is just, it's not working out for me. Sometimes I get tongue-tied all the time when it comes to their names, but it is the cutest thing. She started eating oatmeal. I don't know if I mentioned that in her last update with her 4 months, but I did start giving her oatmeal. She actually got a rash in her diaper area, pretty much on her bottom. And it was a whole bunch of bumps. I continued to put Aquaphor on it, and I stopped giving her the oatmeal to see if the rash went away, which it did. And I stopped the oatmeal for, I want to say, about 2 weeks or so, and then I started giving her oatmeal again, and she didn't get the rash again. So I'm not sure if it was the oatmeal or if it was anything else. Let me just tell you, when she started the oatmeal, her poop changed to this really thick consistency, and oh my god, it smelled so bad, so bad. I was like, girl, what did you eat? The oatmeal. But yeah, but it stopped. I give her oatmeal now here and there. It's definitely not an everyday occurrence. I was trying to give her oatmeal at night before bed, because that's what I've done with my other children, but that really hasn't worked out. Her nighttime routine really hasn't worked out, and I'll get to that in a second, the way that it has with the other kids. So I just give it to her whenever she seems hungry, but not wanting to eat, not wanting to nurse, just hungry. Aw, baby, are you falling asleep? Okay, come here to mama. Come here, baby. Are you sleepy? She's tired, guys. So I went ahead and laid Aaliyah down, see how long that'll last. So she's fitting size 3 to 6 months. That's usually what I am putting on her to wear. 6-month stuff is still too big for her, but I still put it on her because, well, why not? I mean, it's a little bit long, but it's perfectly fine. And she is wearing a size 2 diaper. I did go ahead and buy the Loves diapers again. I mean, I couldn't get over the price of the box. And honestly, she only had about 2 poop explosions in them, I want to say. They weren't a lot, but I do know that she did have 2, right when I first was using them. So yeah, I went ahead and she ran out of diapers, and I yesterday actually just bought her some more Loves, and this box was 20 bucks for 160 diapers. Like, come on. I could not pass that up. Well, that didn't last very long. So she is still currently breastfeeding exclusively, with the exception of the oatmeal every now and then. With that, I have learned some things about Miss Aaliyah here. So apparently she is a lazy nurser. I kept thinking, I think I mentioned this in my last update, maybe not, but I kept thinking that I had a problem with supply. No, there's no problem with my supply. Aaliyah doesn't nurse. She nurses through one letdown, and normally it's not really a letdown. It's she's nursing when it's time for her to nurse, so that my breasts are filled. Once my flow starts slowing down, she doesn't want that side anymore. I don't know if you guys really understand what I'm saying. And then I'll switch her to the other side, and then she'll nurse. And once that side is, the flow starts slowing down, she no longer wants to nurse. She'll cry and scream for about a minute or two, and then she'll take her pacifier. Hold on a second, guys. Once the flow is super slow and she has to actually put in some work to nurse, she doesn't want to nurse anymore, but she doesn't want anything else. I've tried to give her a bottle. She doesn't want it. I've tried 2 different bottles, and I really don't want to go out and buy all these different types of bottles to see which nipple she'll take, because honestly, over the week I was able to get her to drink a bottle of water from her baby bottle once, because I do give her water, like not a lot, maybe an ounce if that, and not all at one time, but I only got her to drink the bottle that one time, and never again did I haven't been, there goes a bubble, I haven't been able to get her to drink a bottle since then. Now she will drink water out of a water bottle, like this bottle. I don't know, my last 3 kids have learned how to drink out of a water bottle before they drink out of sippy cups. So that's been fun. I mean, I don't mind. Look at her looking at it. Want some water, Mama? Do you want to show everyone? Let me just drink some. Oh yeah, look at her. She gets so excited too. Okay. All right. Well, you can't laugh and drink it, silly. Okay. Well, she's not doing how she normally drinks. Okay. What are you doing, girl? Yep. She didn't really drink out of it like she normally does. She literally like opens her mouth a little and puts it, you know how you drink out of a water bottle. She's usually like this, drinking the water. But of course, you know, kids never do things for the camera. So yeah, I kind of figured that she probably does not like the taste of the formula, because if she drank, you know, the water from the bottle, I tried giving her formula from a bottle, but she still wouldn't take it, and that was the last time, so I don't know. So back to the whole breastfeeding. The reason why I know for sure it's not a supply issue is because when I was at the lactationist, they measured her, they took her weight before she nursed, and then they took her weight after she nursed, and they told me that she drank about 5.5 ounces of breast milk. So that's pretty much a full bottle of what, you know, if I freeze breast milk, I'll give it to her. That's what she has. So I'm like, all right, definitely not a supply issue. Like, I can just get that right out of my head. I find myself just needing a break, especially because her nighttime routine. So I realized that she is going through sleep regression. Now, I've heard the word in the past. I think I mentioned this in a vlog. I've heard that word before, never really looked into what it really meant. But something a couple of weeks ago made me look into it, and that's exactly what Aaliyah is going through, what she's been going through. And I don't know what to do because she is just like, she's super attached to me, and she just will not sleep now unless it's right on me. And I hate to say this, but I co-sleep with my child, but not co-sleep like in her DockATot, like she has to be on the bed. So I know it's so bad, it sounds really bad, it's dangerous, but I'm like a light sleeper. She can move and I'll wake up. So I know that for me, I'm okay with it. Sometimes daddy will be like, oh, you know, when she's like having a fit during the night, he'll tell me, oh, you know, give her to me. And I'm just like, no, it's okay. It's not because I don't want him to take her. It's because he can sleep through anything. So I'm afraid, you know, God forbid anything were to happen. I'm afraid of that. So that's why I really don't. Okay, Mama. Okay. Come here, baby. Okay. Okay. So yeah, but she was getting up after her whole, you know, sleeping through the night. She started getting up twice, between 12:30 and 3:30, or between 3:30 and 4:30. So she did that for a couple of weeks, and then she started getting up 3 times, and that just goes anywhere. So with the sleep regression, I read to go ahead and try to put her to sleep earlier. So she was going to sleep like around 7:30, 8, I want to say. No, so 7:30 I would start her bedtime routine, and she would go to sleep like around 8. She would be sleeping. So now I start her bedtime routine at 6:15, and by 7 she's sleeping. So she did really good for a week. And then a week later, she started getting up at 9, wanting to nurse, I feel like. Well, she started getting up at 9. I felt like the first 2 days that she was getting up at 9, I'm like, okay, you know, I would nurse her and she'd go back to sleep. But then I felt like she wasn't waking up to nurse. She was just waking up, and she just used me as that whole, you know, security object, right? Is that funny? That's funny to you, huh? She's laughing. So after the second night, I wouldn't feed her when she would wake up at 9. I would just hold her really tight and close to me like this, give her her pacifier, and just rock her back to sleep. And so she would go back to sleep and wake up at 12. And then she would wake up again 3 hours from 12, and then again 3 hours from there. So it has been quite an adjustment. If anyone has any suggestions, I am so open to it. I don't know, she will not sleep in her crib. I can get her to nap in her crib. I can put her down in her crib as well at nighttime, but she does not stay sleeping. She will get up, and then I'll put her back to sleep and go to put her back down in the crib, and nope, she starts screaming, which I think that's what the sleep training is all about. So I don't know if I should try to sleep train her. I mean, my only hesitation with that really is me living in an apartment, and I don't want people to think that I'm just letting my kid cry, like, you know. Missy here has fallen asleep. I knew she would. Look at her, guys. Can you see that? My little baby. Oh. And this is what she does to me at night as well. She holds on to me so that when I go to put her down, I guess she feels that I'm putting her down, and she starts screaming her head off. And she screams. Like, she doesn't cry, she screams. It's crazy. But, you know, that's just something that I'm just trying to look into, because I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, I know that I mentioned this before. I believe I did, but she like swats at her ears and pulls her hair when she gets mad. And now, ever since getting off of the plane, she kind of grabs at both ears. So now I don't know if her ears hurt or if that's just what she does when she gets angry. I do have an appointment coming up, like I mentioned to you guys, this month, so I guess I'll just keep an eye on that. I did feel around in her mouth because I told you guys that I think that she was teething. I haven't felt anything poking through, but she still is definitely gums. Something's going on with her gums, like her mouth. So she doesn't have any sores or anything in there, but she's pretty sure she's still teething. I know there's no teeth coming out yet, but she's definitely in there, you know, teething stage. Her spitting up also has gotten, oh, I talk about spitting up, my child is gasping. She's okay. Her spitting up has gotten so good, and I have been able to introduce a little bit of dairy. Like yesterday I had a ham and cheese sandwich, not a whole piece of cheese, but a half a piece. And I don't know how quickly it takes to get to your breast milk, I don't know, but she hasn't spat up from that. And then in New York, I also had some dairy. Babe's birthday was like last week, so I had some cake, and she hasn't been spitting up. So little by little, I've been introducing some dairy into her diet, well, back into my diet, and she hasn't been spitting up as much. And even when she, I think got stuck, even when she does spit up, it's not like the chunks, because she used to spit up like cottage cheese. That's what her spit up looked like. But now it's just regular, like she drank too much at a time breast milk spit up. It's nothing chunky at all. So I'm really happy about that because I love dairy. You would think that not eating dairy was helping me lose weight, but it's not. Because I find all these things that don't have dairy in it, that's not healthy for you. So yeah, but this is not about me. So that's it with Miss Aaliyah's update, 5-month update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye.